Alright guys, we're gonna go through some more Evolve with you today. So, back in the alpha, I kind of glanced over what this game is, but I figure now I should probably fill that in a little bit better, or at least better than I did. So we know it's a 4v1 cooperative, competitive kind of shooter beat 'em up thing, depending who you're playing. You've got your 4 hunters. They've all got different play styles with each class, and then each of those classes, they have 3 currently playable characters, with a load more coming in the future, and these all play differently to each other as well, so you've got a lot of things to play with there. And on the monster side, obviously each monster plays differently as well. So you've got your Goliath, which is your average run-of-the-mill, easy to play, easy-ish to master thing, and he just runs around, bashes people's heads in, like, breathes fire, jumps around, throws rocks, you know. Then you've got your Kraken, which flies somewhat, and it has a lot of lightning based attacks. It can do like a big lightning strike, it can throw mines at people. I've not really had much like interaction with Krakens, so I can't really explain on that, but back in the alpha they used to be really overpowered, like they'd win 70% of games or something, and like the record win was 12 seconds after the hunters jumped out the ship. So needless to say, they made it easier to fight now, and it's back down to about 50% like the Goliath was. And for the third currently playable monster, you've got the Wraith, which is, as of the beta, really overpowered, like worse than the Kraken used to be in alpha. Like, this thing can just go invisible at will, make a clone come out which will fight you and do as much damage as the real thing. Okay, and it can teleport all over the place. It's really not a fun experience. Like, I'm not saying we've not beat any, but it is basically like you need to have a really bad Wraith player to beat that. Like, anybody with any kind of competency at this game will just wreck your face. But hopefully that's sorted for release. I have read some things that say, yeah, they've took a look at it and nerfed things down, so that's good. And if you pre-order or you get like the monster pass or something, the Behemoth has been announced right now. He's like a big fat rock guy, alright? And he can't climb, he can't jump. He just rolls around like a big fucking rock. I don't know what his abilities are, but I'm gonna assume it just involves beating on people and rolling and maybe digging, or I don't know. But it sounds alright, and a very big like contrast to the others. Like, you've got your Goliath, which is currently the like tankiest one. Then you've got the Kraken, which has less health, less armor, and the Wraith, which has the least. And the Behemoth sounds like it's gonna have at least twice the health and armor of a Goliath, which is just gonna be insane. Like, the fights are gonna last so long. But I guess it kind of balances out. There has literally no mobility whatsoever, so that should be alright. Let's go into game modes now, I think. So we've played Hunt in the alpha, and we've got that again in the beta here, which is your regular, you've got to like find and kill the monster before it gets level 3 and either kills all the hunters or breaks the power relay. So that's still here. We've got Nest, which is kinda similar, but there's also like 6 NPC eggs around the map that the hunters have to destroy, but if the monster destroys them, a little mini Goliath will come out and help fight the hunters. So it's more about strategy of should I break the egg, should I not, should I just ambush people there? Because you've got to remember, like, as soon as you pop that egg open and the mini Goliath's running around, he is just gonna suicide himself into the hunters. Like, if they have any idea what they're doing, the AI isn't going to be able to deal with them on its own. So they've got 10 minutes to do this, and you've got to destroy all 6 as well as any minions that are hatched. So well, it's 6 in total. So even if the monster hatches an egg and makes a minion, the hunters still have to break the other 5 eggs and then kill that 1 minion. You've also got rescue, which involves the hunters having to protect waves of colonists, and they'll be like in a down state on the map, so you gotta go over to them, pick them up before they bleed out, and then get them to an escape point. All the time the monster will be coming over and trying to stop you from doing that. In the first person or first team to save or kill 5 colonists will win. So it's more about playing tactically there. Then in the last game mode, you've got defend. This is a bit weird. Like, the hunters have 2 generators they need to protect, and then the ship itself. And each one of these generators has 2 turrets that will just sit and defend. But aside from that, the monster has like 2 minions that will come with it, just constantly respawn and fight the generators. So it does get very hectic in there, so you need to be on your toes and whatnot. So yeah, the monster has to break through the generator to open a door to get to the second generator, which will break to get to the 3rd ship thing. Once that's destroyed, the monster will win, and if they don't destroy it before a time limit, the hunters win. So and then aside from this, you've got quick play, which is kind of what we're doing in the beta right now. We're just quick playing hunt, but you also have evacuation, which is like a string of 5 continuous games, like one after the other. And each match, it will, like, whoever wins will get an advantage in the next map. So say like the monster wins on a map, Aviary I think it's called. A load of like birds will come out. Not the monster, if the hunters win on that, the birds will come out, and it will like double the amount of carrion birds that you'll see around, which makes it kind of hard for the monster to eat, which is cool. You can also like fix power plants to get turrets, or the monster can break the power plant to get like not get turrets, but stop the hunters from getting the turrets. And the last match will always be defend on that. So, but before then, you get like a choice of 2. And whichever the majority will vote for, you'll get. So you might have a hunt and a nest, or a hunt and a rescue, and you just choose what you want to play, I guess. There isn't like a story mode, so to say, but there is a lot of things, like a lot of lore and plot to do with the game. Like you can see from the trailer for Evacuation, I think, where like all the trappers that are currently in the game, the 3 for each class, they're all there and they're like talking to each other, and apparently like Cabot is the leader guy or whatnot, I don't know. So yeah, probably go through the classes. I've only got about 3 minutes left on this video, but I should be able to go through the classes there. So you've got your assault, which is your primary damage dealer. You're literally just about pressuring the monster. You've got, depending on who you play, like Markov is probably my favorite assault. He's got a lightning gun, which is really good in close range. It'll proc a lot of damage on the monster. You got an assault rifle for long range, which you shouldn't really be using much, to be honest. It's not as good as the lightning gun, and if you're at a range where you can't use the lightning gun, you should probably be running after the monster and not shooting it and giving it stamina charges. Aside from that, Markov has mines, which do a lot of damage, but they take time to like arm. And each of the assaults, like, they all have a shared ability. Well, every like class has a single shared ability for the 3 hunters. So the assault has a personal shield, which will give them temporary invulnerability when it's active, and it will just keep draining the battery until it's out. It's really good for just tanking the monster like a boss. Like, you just get right up in his face with your lightning gun. Like, don't give a fuck. Just put your shield on and let him womp on your ass for a bit. After that, you unlock Hank. No, it's not Hank. Hank is called Hyde. He's like a British guy. He talks with a proper like London accent. It's great. He's got a flamethrower instead of like the lightning gun. He's got a minigun instead of the assault rifle. It has like really high DPS. Like, he is the highest DPS weapon guy. Like, the flamethrower is really good because it applies a dot when you like attack something. Oh, we win. So I'll just carry on with the assault and we'll get through the others in the next video, I guess. So yeah, Hyde's got the flamethrower, which is good. It adds a dot onto the monster. Does a lot of burning. The minigun has the biggest magazine size, the fastest fire rate. It does, like, it's the best thing to just get bullets into the monster and do a lot of consistent damage. But you do have to be close because the spread is absurd. Instead of the mines, he's got gas grenades, as far as I'm aware. And these will like just do constant ticking damage to the monster if it's in there. And slow friendly trappers, so be careful about that. And I'll see you next time.